a couple of years ago at a mixer one of our mutual friends was running back then. How many of you here know who Crystal Bougon is? Raise your hand. Okay, Crystal Bougon used to run this mixer called the Bismic Monthly Mixer. And a couple of years ago, I walked in there, and this lady came up and approached me like at 10 decibels louder than normal. I'm like, whoa, and I know I talk loud, but I'm like, whoa, who are you? You know, thinking in my head. But I really got to know Niki because she has a great, great personality. And one of the things that caught my attention about her the most, I found out that she's Greek just like myself. So I can understand, you know, the decibels reaching at a higher level there. And Niki and I have had several one-on-ones. We help each other connect other people. And I have to tell you, this lady here is extremely hospitable. If you ever want to have one of the best one-on-ones you're going to have, you need to meet her at her office because she will serve you gourmet coffee. And she will actually give you one of those sugar trays that you get at a restaurant. It has Equal, Splenda, it has, sweet and low and regular sugar and all the creamers that you want. I'm like, whoa, my God, this is like first class here. So, on that note, I want to introduce to you all the owner of Mobius Financial Network. Let's give a big, warm, successful thinkers welcome to Niki Canotas! Just well. Thank you.
All right. Play big or go home.
That's right.
I am what they describe as a big, bold, beautiful broad. I'll be entertaining if nothing else. Now, I dated myself this morning when I walked up to a friend and said, Eric, would you be my Carol Merrill? What? Vanna White. Oh, I think I remember Vanna White. So, today's piece is going to be interactive. So that you're engaged, so that you're involved, so that when you walk out of here, you made a difference in the hour you spent here for both yourself and your business. Because it's return on investment. Whether it's your time, your love, or your money, you need a return on your investment. So, you would hand up, this is the first one. This is the second one. And this is the third one. The test is if you guys can keep those straight. Now, why I like successful thinkers is it goes along with my philosophy. They say, how can I help you move your business forward? What can I do to help? I've always worked under the philosophy you have to give in order to ask, in order to receive. Because if you give it first, you are giving more to the universe. You are putting more energy into the universe. So give. I'd like you to write down 3 things you have done recently to give. Was it something you had no profit to gain from, but was simply a nice thing to do? Was it good for your business? Probably. Or was it just someone needed help? A friend of mine once said, you do things in life for one of 3 reasons. You're helping a friend, it makes you money, or it makes a really good story. Now in life, more often than not, it's probably all 3. That buddy of yours who you went to help because it was going to make you money. But in the end, it was a really good story. Pull up a chair, let me tell you. Those things you say in life are the moments that make your life valuable. So it starts by giving. I recently gave a referral to a woman, and it changed her career from a solopreneur to a business owner. I got a thank you from both she and the other gentleman. That's all I needed. I gave another referral to cut someone's expenses in half, maybe 70%, because how they were spending their money to do their seminars was costing them a fortune. They're now able to invest the difference. The person I referred them to help them is now able to have more income because the seminars are being held at his place. And now he gets to invest the unexpected income. Give. So that you can ask, I'd like a referral, I'd like an introduction, I'd like to do business with you. But ask comes after you give. Write down 3 things that you have given to people. Keep track of that, because it's the opposite of my blessings book. It's my giving. What have I done to give? Oh, don't take my copy, Harper. I gotta read that, that's supposed to be. Now, tell me in life, what 2 things can you control? Anyone taken enough of these self-help groups to know what 2 things you can control in life?
How do you respond?
Everything.
Gratitude.
Yes, there you go, Ron. Ron, you and I have been on the circuit. Your actions and your attitudes. Your actions and your attitudes are the 2 things that you control. Now, I want you to understand that there are things you can, if you want to change your life, which is the whole concept of today, change your life. And when we say change your life, everyone's like, oh my God, move to New York, blah, blah. That doesn't always have to be hard. It doesn't have to be major. If you have goals in life you want to do, sometimes you don't even know how you want to change your life. When I was selling Smith Barney mutual funds, I wanted to change my life, but I didn't know how, I didn't know where, I didn't know what. So I changed some things in my life. And I want you to write down 3 or 4 things that are easy to change in your life. I changed my hair. Elias, sorry, it's going to be harder for you.
Thanks, Nikki.
I changed my makeup. Because women tend to get dated. You can see her makeup and tell what year she graduated high school.
Ouch.
Yes, it's true. It's true. So I changed my makeup. I changed the way I drove to work. I changed the radio station on my buttons. I added country.
Whoa, really?
I thought, how can I be different? I don't listen to country. I need to be different. I kept changing the things in my life because the theme was change. 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 How do I drive to work? What bank do I deposit at? What do I do on Saturday morning? Subtle little changes cause the effect of change. 4 months later, I broke my leg. Thought that would change my life. Got a call from a recruiter. Didn't think that would change my life. Then had some surgery. And it all came to me and I went, oh my God, my life's changing. So I looked like crap, wheeled in my office to my manager with a cast, and big bandage on my head, said, I quit! Really? Do you think that was a good time? I've been asking for this. The first time a recruiter found me so that I can now be an independent advisor. I created the momentum of change. So I wanted, the 3 big things was, I wanted to make more money. I wanted to be independent. I wanted to have the ability to do more with my life as I wanted to. I didn't want the meeting after the meeting with the meeting before the meeting about the meeting. Those all came as the next step, which is write down 3 big changes you want in your life. They come from the little changes. Maybe it's wearing shoes with toes.
It works. It works.
It changed his life. People look at him and respect him differently as a personal trainer. You know he's serious. Okay? These shoes are not for everybody. But they do stand up and say, I'm serious about my body. I've made a commitment. I've done research. It changes how people interact with him. When a coach walks up to you and asks more involving questions of you than talking about themselves, it's changed his business. Mr. Knott is not traditionally saying, so, you want to improve your business 30%? Would you like to do this? Would you like accountability? No. He's changed his questions. By focusing on the little changes, it leads to the major changes. I ask you to write these things down because I want you to put down 3 pictures of how that life is going to be. Because I work at a nice new big broker-dealer, but what does that really mean? It means more time with my kids. So write down 3 things in life that you really want. What does that lifestyle mean? Having an SUV for me meant I was JP Morgan meeting on Thursday. I wanted to go to Phoenix, so I went to LA, I went to Palm Springs, I went to Phoenix, I went through back to LA. I avoided that 405 Carmageddon.
Oh yeah, that was crazy, huh?
It was insane. Everyone's like, get me out of town! So my SUV meant freedom to me. The ability to come and go with the GPS in it. When I wanted my Lexus, I couldn't make the deal happen. Couldn't make the deal happen. I'm trying, I'm going in. It's just, why is this not happening? Then I drive over to an Acura and say, I give up. I walked into the Acura dealer, saw something, liked it, brought my husband back, bought it. It was easy. I went back to my house a couple weeks later and I reviewed my goals. The big picture. And in my big picture, I put little things along the way, along with really big things. One of them was to buy an Acura with a GPS and a DVD. I had forgotten. The reason I couldn't buy the Lexus is I'd written down Acura, GPS, DVD. I had to get that done before I moved on to the next thing. I also realized I had accomplished the goal of taking my kid to New York. So when you write the big goals in a goal book, I suggest you have 3 books: Goals, Blessings, and Givings. What have you given? What have you given? What are you blessed with? And what are your goals? And when I go over those goal sheets, every now and then I realize, wow, you've accomplished that. That's fabulous. So write down your big pictures. Write really, really big pictures. I don't know if my son will ever win an Oscar, but I mean, my son's either going to win an Oscar or I'm going to buy a pre-1932 Oscar. Because my grandfather won 2. He had 3 kids. I'm not one of them that's going to get them. I want an Oscar. It's on my list. It's impossibly high. Ed Turner, father of Ted Turner, multi-billionaire. His dad said, after being successful, but ran out of things to do and exited it not so gracefully, always set impossibly high goals so there'll be something else to achieve. If you don't imagine it, if you don't write it, you're going to wake up and be middle America. And I don't think anyone's sitting in this place at 98 degrees to be average and ordinary. Average and ordinary would have gone to Starbucks and then gone home. Average and ordinary doesn't know their goals. Average and ordinary doesn't give, then ask to receive. Why is it worth it? Well, my kid's a pretty good comedian. If I get my Oscar through him, I'm happy. If he gets his Oscar, I'm happy. If I buy a pre-1932 one, I call it stunt double because I'm not inheriting my grandfather's. It's worth it because it's pride, and I'm a prideful person, I'll admit it. I got an ego. I know how it is. But why is it worth it? Because my kid needs to see a parent who's ambitious. He decided to go to camp this summer and study French. You know that means going to camp and taking tests. You know that. That's pretty cool. Yeah, he's getting to sing Kumbaya in French. He's getting to ride horses and go camping. But he's taking tests. And he's coming back speaking French. Because he's ambitious. You think he's going to change his career? Because on a resume, I don't think France is disappearing tomorrow, do you? Maybe it's not as big as China. But it'll make him unique. Not everybody speaks French. Now everybody speaks to themselves. And on the second sheet I have for you, you have the same 2,000-3,000 thoughts a day. Am I right, Mr. Knott? The life repeats in your head. And how you make that variety change is what the first 2 pages were about. Change your toothbrush. Change your shampoo. Change where you go to dinner on Friday. Change the books you read. The books you read tell me where you're going to be in 5 years. Am I right?
Right. Turn off your TV.
I watch History Channel at night to go to sleep.
You're not going to change that.
No, it goes la 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 la. Oh, the science channel. Yeah. As Saturn goes by. Yeah, that's how I go to sleep. The changes you make will cause the bigger changes. So, what are the 10 reasons you can't do it? It's very common for people to have these 10 reasons. I can't do it, my family won't let me, the drama, I'm too tall, I'm too short, I'm too fat, I'm too skinny, I'm T-O-O-Y. Those 10 reasons, you should work and find the time. Now you have a choice on this page. You can write the 10 that disempower you, and you can curl it up, and you can throw it away. And be done with it. That might work for you. You might need to write the 10 that are empowering, and rip it in half, and stick the empowering ones on your mirror. Today's not about, hey, do this, get it done. It's to open up the possibilities, to change the activities of what you're doing. We're not doing squats today. No. I don't want to pay for the dry cleaning. But we're engaging our brain to find different ways to make it happen. If you want to change your life, I suggest you change your life in the baby steps and in the big steps. And sometimes the baby steps are better than the big steps. I bought a $300 airbrush and put it in my bathroom. It changed my life. Because I kept myself open to the opportunities of change. And no recruiter had called me, or had I heard that they had called me. Maybe I just wasn't hearing. Hadn't heard them in 13 years. Within months of me making changes, somehow I didn't think, well, let's just call Merrill Lynch. You know, I just had a block. But I caused change to happen. I wanted to change my life, so I changed my life. We started doing yoga. I lost a dress size. But I was willing to change my life and add yoga. You need to find out what big or small things will help for you. Whether it's personal training, whether it's business coaching, whether it's expanding yourself in a different business opportunity, whether getting a good writer to help make your webpage look better, whether it's getting along at home better. Pick what your change is and make it happen. My third page, we are well known for coffee. If you'd like to have coffee, let me know if you'd like to have coffee. Now, I don't drink coffee. I really like Red Robo's tea with stevia. Fine, we got it. We got it. No, I really only like to drink decaf. We got it. No, I only drink water. I got it. Really, coconut juice would be better for me. I got it. We got a menu at Mobius, because when you know how much their own personal drink matters, you learn a lot more about people. You sit down and have a genuine cup of coffee and a conversation. The more people you talk to, the more opportunities you are to expose yourself to change. Me, myself, and I are at home already. Me, myself, and I already know ourselves. Me, myself, and I are already on those same 2,000-3,000 words of phrases I have in my head every day. I can tell you those 2,000-3,000 phrases every day because I live with them every day. My mama taught them to me, my dad had taught them to me, my grandma taught them to me, my great-grandmother, who I never met, taught them to me because they came through my family. You can change your life no matter what you're up to. My great-grandfather sold kindling with a blind horse named Lucy on a cart racing trolleys in Chicago. That's the word for twigs, scrap. How did this man produce a child who did the big band era, invented television, musical standards, and did half of all the great musicals of all time? My grandfather was not beholden to the concept that he was going to be poor. He was going to be untalented. he was going to be average or ordinary. He set the standard. Where did it say Lucy empowered him? It was a blind horse. Empower him to be great. My grandfather worked on changing his life. He put in the time, he put in the effort, and he wanted to make it happen. So I encourage you to write on your list, tell me what your tea or coffee is. If you'd like to come to one of our dinner parties at our work, that's what we do. I bring in a financial feng shui master. Come have dinner. If you'd like me to email you from time to time, that's kind of how you get invited to dinner parties. Let me know if this was worth it. Let me know. If it wasn't, tell me how to change it. My name is Niki Canotas. I'm with Mobius, and I encourage you to change your life.
Do we do questions?
Any questions? Sir?
Who was your grandfather?
Oh, good question. Who was my grandfather? My grandfather was Irwin Kostal, K-O-S-T-A-L. He did movies, West Side Story, Mary Poppins, Sound of Music, Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. He did in television, The Carol Burnett Show, The Gary Moore Show, The Show of Shows. He had his own big bands. He played at the Latin Quarter. Barbara Walters' dad owned one of the Latin Quarters. He owned 8 tuxedos, even one with the marimba ruffles.
So he was writing this...
Yeah, he would sit down with Leonard Bernstein and write the music. And there was no reason for him to succeed. His parents were poor. They sold twigs. He worked for Al Capone because he got piano lessons. He got good enough, and he was willing to play in the silent movies again and again and again. How many times did they play that show? Every hour. He played the same song every hour. So there was no reason for him to succeed. But he chose to succeed, and he let nothing get in his way. He won Oscars, he won Grammys, he won gold records. He set the standard for my life. I want the success and the respect and the admiration of my peers, like he did in his industry. It means not being average and ordinary. It means striving and fighting and working. Any other questions?
Hey, Niki.
Yes.
What do you think is the main reason why people that know they need to change something about themselves, to better themselves, don't make that change? Do you think it's
The reason people
laziness?
don't change is the programming in their head.
Is it laziness?
No, it's the programming in their head. I don't think it's laziness. I think the programming in your head from your family. There are people who have phrases from like memes and stuff like that, where it's like a virus that's either going to spread good or spread bad. Oh, I'm never going to do it. Oh, I'm never going to lose weight. Oh, I'm never going to get up in the morning. Oh, I'm never. My mother says that. You hear the story from your family like a record. You can overcome it by, that's why I say change your toothbrush, then change your soap, then change the way you drive for work, so you cause change. Sir?
You mentioned at the dinner party that there's a feng shui expert?
Oh, I have various dinner parties. One of is feng shui.
Okay.
One of them was, let's see, I've just had a variety of them over the
Okay,
years.
I got a success story for you.
Okay, give me a success story. Come on up.
What?
Come on up if you're going to tell me a whole success story.
Oh, it's real brief.
Real brief, give me the time. You're going to be on Facebook, darling.
I didn't need the...
Leave.
Okay.
And
Leave
YouTube.
or go home.
All right. My name is Rich Greenwood, and I have a success story about feng shui. And my general policy about things like feng shui is that if it sounds weird but it doesn't cost a lot of money, I'll try it. So I tried something. About 3 weeks ago, a friend mentioned, you know, if you hang a fish by your door, you make money. Within 3 weeks, I picked up $7,500 worth of extra business. I don't know if it has to do with the fish. I don't really care. The fish cost me $25.
That's right. Be coachable. Be coachable. One of the coaching techniques I heard was at the beginning of your training session, you tell everybody, go home tonight and turn your toilet paper around. You know how it turns one way and you got to turn it the other way? Next morning you come back and you ask everybody, how many people turn their toilet paper around? And a bunch of people go, oh, that didn't matter, did it? Coachable. When the coach makes a call, or whether you find a tool, no matter how inexpensive or silly it may be, try it. Because coachability opens the door to change. Coachability opens the door to change. 25 cents for a fish? What would happen if you spent $1?
Seriously. Who knew?
Is that a fresh fish?
Is it a fresh fish? Oh, 3 days from now, we're going to officially spend $1.
Just a little plastic fish.
Little plastic fish. So there you go. Everybody go put a fish by your door.
Nikki, one more question.
One more question.
Well,
Elias.
my question to you, Nikki, is a pretty tough one. What has Successful Thinkers done to change your life compared to other networking groups that you've belonged to in the past or are currently also with in the present?
What has Successful Thinkers done for me that has changed it for me? I have to pay the price of rallying the crowd. Hello, San Jose! You all feel a little stupid clapping.
You sound like me now.
Hello, San Jose, do it again until we get it right! You're like, okay, did I sign up for this? But we didn't pay $700 to the fill-in-the-blank Chamber of Commerce. So the price of admission is cheering Eric. $700. Cheering Eric. I think I'm going to go with the 25-cent fish. I'm cheap. If I can find something that's low cost or free, I'm going to implement it first and work it. And work it. 90% of winning is showing up. 10% is talent. Have you got talent? I don't know. Let's see if you show up first. Talent trumps ability every time. So we got to get you in the game. You got to show up. It's the deep personal relationship you meet from people. Because I can tell you the referral chains that I had. I received a phone call in 1998, and I have followed that chain today, and I'm still making money off of it. I made a cold call in 1995 at the beginning of my career. It's still paying me money. You got to build the relationships. A leads to B, B leads to C, C to D. And if you don't follow up, because that's the key to greatness, you're going to sit at home going, I didn't get a referral. I encourage you to give in order to ask, in order to receive. Email me 3 things you gave, and I would be glad to support you and hold that space, especially if it didn't make you any money. My name is Niki Canotas with Mobius Financial. My cards are over here. If you want to email me, it's networking@nikicanotas.com for any and all networking, sharing, coffee. We do coffee great at our office. Please come by. I hope to see you soon.
Give Nikki a big round of applause!
My friend, Eric. How we doing, San Jose? Was that worth $700?
Thank you, Nikki. One more hand clap. One more. Come on, come on. Give it up, give it up.
Hey, that was worth a couple pennies there.
You know, I would have probably paid about $1,000 for that talk right there.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, I don't have to. I come to Successful Thinkers.
But how do you feel after?
Well, it's Nikki. I would only pay it if I knew him.